And after 2 failed attempts at recording a 3-minute YouTube short, kind of part 2 continuing talk about a topic I talked about in another YouTube short, there was a problem where it wouldn't get posted, so I decided to go live. So here we are. And I will be addressing this again before eating. So I'm gonna hurry up a little bit. I don't want to eat food cold. So why is it that people come accusing me of being on drugs in my chat as a theme of harassment for months and months and months? It's discreditation, devaluation, and projection. Okay, that's my analysis. It's projection, it's devaluation, it's discreditation. Combination of all of these or one of them. Okay. So some people come to my chat false accusing being on drugs, which happens all the time. They're sent here, the cyberstalkers, they're sent here to discredit me. So the reason they come and false accusing being on drugs is to discredit my testimony, because I'm a whistleblower speaking the truth about being gangstalked, being the target of a secret conspiracy, a secret persecution program called gangstalking. And I talk about other conspiracies too, like the conspiracy to make people sick and hide this and that truth from you, and 9/11 and all these other things. So some people that come false accusing being on drugs, they're cyberstalkers. The agents are sent here to discredit me by false accusing being on drugs. But yeah, this guy talked about this conspiracy. He's a crazy drug addict. Okay, so some people that they're false accusing being on drugs, they're on a discreditation campaign, a smear campaign, discreditation campaign. Then there are other people, the false accusing being on drugs in my chat, that are doing devaluation because they see me exhibiting superhuman athleticism and energy and stamina. Where it's like, wow, this guy, sometimes I'm live 18 hours out of 24, being more energetic than other YouTubers of like 10 minutes in a video every 3 days or something like this. And my performance is superhuman contrasted to the average male in athleticism, energy, mental, physical performance, things like this. So some people that come and accuse me, this is my analysis, it's a clear pattern. People come falsely accusing being on drugs, okay? Why? Some people are doing that for discreditation purposes. The cyberstalkers, they sent here to falsely accusing being on drugs to discredit my testimony because I'm a whistleblower, speak up about gangstalking. Other people do it because they're projecting, because the average American is like 3 big pharma drugs addicted to corn, hub, and sugar, and their junk food addict, they can't put the fork down, okay? And they say a guy who's ripped with a 6-pack shredded, who fasts 100 hours per day, maintains a low sugar diet, and doesn't live for pleasure, say. So it's like, oh, I can't deal with feel like a junkie compared to this guy. I don't have self-control. I can't stop myself from watching corn. I can't stop myself from eating all the time high sugar stuff. And I'm slothful. I can't exercise. So it's like an ideal judges you. Here's a guy who's in great shape, and it takes discipline and not being a junkie. He just does what feels good all the time to get that physique and maintain it. So some people come false accusing beyond drugs. They're counterintelligence agents, the cyberstalkers. They sent here to discredit a whistleblower. It's like, my name is Mike, so I'm a Christian Todd video. I'm talking about a secret persecution program called gangstalking. Guy starts smoking meth, guy, he's on crack. I can see it in his eyes. Put the pipe down, stop smoking meth, okay? See? Because they sent here to discredit a whistleblower. Abusive systems of control always work to discredit whistleblowers. And systems. If it's a family system that's toxic and it's a person's whistleblower, if it's a relationship like a narcissist and their wife, and the wife starts talking about being abused, I think they're doing drugs. It's like whatever the system is, abusive systems of control will always work to discredit whistleblowers and whistleblower about the system, okay? And the pathology, like the bad stuff going on in the system. If it's like a small system or a large system, like the world system. So that's the point. My analysis is, why are people coming into false accusing movie on drugs? Some people do it because they're on a discreditation campaign. They put up to discredit me because I'm a whistleblower. Some people do it because they're projecting, because they are on big pharma drugs. They are on anti-anxiety medication. They're on antidepressants. They are addicted to sugar. They feel like they can't stop eating, and they have like a unprocessed feeling like a junkie, like they're addicted to food and they can't stop. They're addicted to internet porn, okay? See? And some people do it, it's devaluation, where they see me exhibiting a rare degree of athleticism, energy, stamina. There's about baseline, that's a value. Like Mike is energetic and athletic, and on pro level in his physical capabilities, training streams. It's like if you look at my training videos contrast it to like pro boxers or pro athletes, the training videos is not like, I feel like, well, I hope guys don't see the pro athletes in their training videos because I get exposed how pathetic I am compared to them. No, I don't really feel like it. Okay, as a matter of fact, it's like sometimes I make videos. It's like, let's look at this pro boxer. It's like I'm at least on his level. I mean, it's like they like look at this guy's head speed. I got video speed at least as fast in my hands as this guy. Understand? So why do people come accuse me of being on drugs in my chat? Some people do it because they work to discredit me, and it's false accusations because I'm not a drug addict. Some people do it to discredit me. Some people do it to project. Okay, which means accuse me of things they're guilty of. They're a junkie type. They're addicted to big pharma drugs. They're on some big pharma drug. They are addicted to internet corn. They're addicted to sugar. They can't put the fork down. And they're projecting. Okay, you are a drug addict. So some people do it to project. Some people do it to discredit. And some people do it to devalue. Where it's like, they see me be really energetic and athletic. And they want to falsely attribute this. They feel like I'm outshining them. It's like, I couldn't move like that on camera. I don't have that energy. I couldn't be live streaming 12 hours straight being this energetic. So it's like, it's better to be that energetic and have the ability to do that, the power to do that, than to not. So it's like, falsely attribute this rare quality to drugs. He's cheating, so he's on drugs, okay, see? So it's devaluation. Some people do it devaluation. Some people do it projection. Some people do it for discreditation purposes, and it can be a combination of all of these. So to give the full, is this first person going to get blocked? Yes, because somebody left a comment and hit the like button, and people who do that violate my boundaries and get blocked. See, so ignorance of the rules is not an excuse to break the rules. Okay, it's like I can't go pissing on in public, put my pants on, piss in the town square, and the cops come arrest. I didn't know there was a law against that. Okay, it's like, no, there are rules about this. Okay, in this place you can't do this. Okay, see, so I have previously communicated my boundaries and rules that don't leave a comment without click the like button first. Don't come in leaving comments. If I see people come in leaving comments, I can tell, oh, the like count didn't go up, but they're leaving comments, you get blocked. Okay, and if YouTube is not if YouTube is doing something weird where they're not making people's likes stick or something, that's not my fault. Okay, so I deal with what's in front of me. So here's the point. I'm not on drugs, okay? I'm not a drug addict. And when I got tested, surprise drug tested, no signs of drugs in my system. But there's some people like obsessed, evil surmising, paranoid, say, delusional. They really need to believe that I'm a drug addict, I'm on drugs somehow. Because they just won't give up. Even when I come home from the psych, all of you that say I'm on drugs, it's my drug test results, negative tested for every illicit drug known to man. There's no signs within my system. Oh, you cheated somehow. See, it's like they have a need, like an irrational need to say I'm on drugs, even if there's like hard proof that I'm not. Okay, see. So, anyways, the point. All cards on the table, to be precise. I'm addicted to caffeine because I drink coffee. So if you drink coffee every day, you become addicted to caffeine. So I am addicted to the drug caffeine. I'm addicted to nicotine because I smoke cigarettes. If you smoke cigarettes every day, you're addicted to nicotine. And I have awareness of this. So it's not really like, oh, guys on cigarettes, okay, coffee. So it's not really Hunter S. Thompson type of stuff, Lord of Las Vegas, like, oh, too much mescaline or something. No, it's like I'm addicted to caffeine and nicotine, and that's it. Okay, I drink coffee, smoke cigarettes. So they're drugs technically. Okay, but people are coming accusing me of drugs. They're not meaning coffee. They mean like meth and the crack, cocaine, and sometimes they spell it out to like stop doing crack or something like this. I don't do crack. Other than that, as far as big pharma drugs goes, I take an ibuprofen all day. And not every day, but now and then if I feel like inflammation levels are peaking, short term I might take an ibuprofen. So as far as big pharma drugs go, on a rare occasion, ibuprofen. Okay, on a rare occasion, more or less rare. I also, when I got to the psych ward for whistleblowing about being targeted with abuse, and this DEVALUE campaign where the people I was saying they were targeting for the program with covert abuse tags, like this guy's nuts and crazy things that we're messing with him basically. It's called DEVALUE, night taker or secure offender. And end up in the psych ward's ward, leaving a drug test the same night, no signs of drugs in my system. So that's one of the good things that came out of that. Okay. And also people are saying that I'm a schizo. Well, when I got to a psych ward and get evaluated by psych docs, they have DSM-4 and are the experts that are supposed to be able to both diagnose and treat people that have mental health problems like schizophrenia. They didn't say that I'm apparently schizophrenic. They didn't say they have delusions. They didn't say that I'm bipolar. They didn't say that I'm a narcissist or a psychopath or anything. It's like confirmed, yeah, guy's autistic in the psych ward, we can tell. Okay, as his records say, he's an autistic guy. Okay. And there's nothing in there where we think that he's showing clear signs of delusions or stuff like this. So that's some of the benefits, some of the good things that came out of that. Proof I'm not on drugs, and people saying I'm crazy. Well, when I go to the people that have the job to see if somebody's crazy and then treat them, they didn't say that I'm crazy. Okay. So here's the point. Part of what led up to that was when I started ranting and raving and like being really upset about what's been happening. And the SWAT team comes and gets me, whatever. I hadn't been sleeping for like 2-3 days or so. So the psychologist, like one of the docs there said, it's like they prescribed me some sleeping pills, and said it's like if it happens again, you can't sleep for a long time. It's like take some of these, okay? And I don't even take those once a week. So I did get prescribed some sleeping aid tablets from when I was in the psych ward. But I don't even take those once a week. So I have them in a cupboard in case it'd be like 4 days I can't sleep and I feel like it's a crisis and I tried everything else, like the supplements and whatever else. It's like I have them there. And then that's part of like kind of going along with the protocol, where it's like it's more likely you get released if you if the doc says it's like, here, have these, if it happens you can't sleep for 3 days, are you willing to try take it? It's like, well, yeah, if I feel like I can't fall asleep no matter what, it's like I can try those. So if you're like, I won't do anything you tell me to do, you're less likely to be let out. So here's the point. So as far as big pharma drugs go, I take an ibuprofen now and then, and I got some big pharma sleeping tablets that I don't even take once a week. It's not even once a week, not even once every 2 weeks that I take them. And they're not narcotic. It's like it's not benzodiazepines or stuff like this. It's kind of like antihistamines or beta blockers or stuff like this. Which I'm a beta blocker. I block betas in my chat all the time because they make me stressed and get my heart rate and blood pressure up. So I'm big on blocking betas in the chat, and it helps me to stay calm. So anyways, yeah. So yeah, I'm not on drugs. So summarizing my analysis, why do people come to my chat and false accuse and be on drugs? And they don't mean Mike takes an ibuprofen maybe once a week or so and drinks coffee and smokes cigarettes, okay? And has tablets in the cupboard that he doesn't take in once a week that a doctor gave him. That's not what they mean. They mean I'm on crack or meth or coke or stuff like this. And I'm not. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't do crack. I don't do meth. Okay. So these are false accusations. And why do I get faced with these false accusations? This theme of you're on drugs. It's some people do it to discredit me. And they have a job to come here and discredit me. Some people do it to develop me because they see me have qualities like energy and stamina. And then like tiredlessness, which like I'm like a machine. Sometimes I'm light streaming for like 18 hours straight, being this energetic without sleeping, and I'm exercising in between and whatever. And sometimes just go live exercising, and my movement speed and power and stamina and everything is above average, and it makes me feel bad. Like, hey, this guy is more like than I am. He should stop doing meth. He's just on PCP or something like this, because they might need to be hopped up on PCP and every dog known to man to be able to move a third. To have like a third of athleticism for 3 minutes or something like this once a month. Okay, so some people do it to project, some people do it to discredit, and to devalue. So I'm not a big fan of drugs. I rely on supplements for mental health. A lot of people that have autism, as I do, they're medicated. They're on some kind of big pharma drug. I'm not. I take supplements, niacinamide, high dose, magnesium, vitamin C, ashwagandha, B complex. And I haven't felt like I can't cope with life. Gotta go to the docs and ask for some big pharma drugs. Okay. That is like, so as long as I can take the amounts that I've tried to effect and figure out how much I need of everything, it's like I feel like it's fine. It's like now here's the point. Not only after I got everything dialed in, learning, thanks to God, at least a lot of Christians are ignorant to this, the truth on how to be healthy, which is why a lot of Christians end up being addicted to big pharma big pharma drugs, okay? Because they don't know what I've learned from God about how to deal with anxiety, about how to deal with depression, about how to prevent things. A lot of Christians are sick and tired, a lot of Christians are on drugs, and they never would have ended up that way if they would have learned what I've learned. See? So it's a point. I can tell when I start running low on things. It's like, oh yeah, here it goes. I started to get more tense and nervous and anxious, and like social anxiety start coming back, really inside of the head again. So it's like the last 2 days or so being on camera, it's like this social anxiety. I'm more like nervous and tense on camera and stuff. But David Goggins' Christianity is like, I don't do things only if I feel like it. It's like when I started YouTubing, this is another thing. I'm a raging success, which like I've been thriving despite everything I've been going through the gang stalking. Starting on YouTube, I had severe social anxiety, diagnosed with social phobia, okay, social anxiety, and medicated for it as a young man. I got put on SSRIs as a 18-year-old, 17-year-old, 18, whatever, for severe social anxiety and depression. And this before I got diagnosed with autism. So social anxiety can be like an offshoot of autism, okay? So you can see like the symptom of the root, but once it become, oh, okay, this is part of autism, stuff like this. Here's the point. After being on antidepressants many, I got off them. So that's another thing, and I'm not depressed. So anyway, I couldn't, years back, I couldn't even talk on the phone to people. That's the level of social anxiety I had. Generally, any type of social interaction, I couldn't do it. Like talk on the phone with people, I'd be having panic attack level, anxiety and stress. Couldn't talk to people on the phone. Couldn't. And now I'm doing public speaking, live streaming to a crowd of 40 or 60 people sometimes. I upload videos to public speak all the time. So I cured myself of debilitating agoraphobia and social anxiety. And I say cure because it's not a problem. It's like it's impossible to be able to be out in public or interact with people ever. See? So that level of problem, I don't have anymore. So I killed myself with that level of problem. That's the point. I can tell the difference since the last few days, running low magnesium, rationing, taking less magnesium, and some other supplements. So yeah, I start getting the anxiousness and there's a point. I'm not like, oh, since it's a little bit harder now, I don't really feel like being on camera. It's a little bit hard. So I no videos for a few days now. Okay. No, it's like I'm a man. I don't do what feels easy. I do things even if they are hard. Like what is meaningful? What do I want to do? What should I do? What is there a need to do? And I do it, understand? No matter how I feel. So, maybe next time I'm outside and the cops come to arrest me, I go, I'm on crack, officer. And then they'd be like, oh, you're on crack. We'll take you to, yeah. And I go, I want a blood sample. Okay. Do you understand? It's like, maybe I gave him the system. Like next time I capitalize on it. The police harassment. I go, like, I'm on crack. And they go, where do you get it? I'm not telling you. Okay. Or something like this. But well, if you say you're okay, we've got to test you first. Something like this. And they go, okay, we've got piss. No, I want the blood test. I want piss. And again, and then I can come here on my YouTube and be like, look, blood sample now. Last time I was doing tests, is blood now, nothing in the blood of drugs, see? They understand. But then they still will go, he's lying, he doctored the test, he printed it out himself. Okay, he cheated somehow. There's a way to cheat on blood tests. It's like they're not crazy, understand? Like they just decided you gotta stay on drugs no matter what. Even if I'd be like hooked up 24/7 to some machine, that like live blood tests where it's like levels or everything, they still be like, it's fake somehow, it's AI, the video is AI or something like this. So it's a point. But if the government come and show a video of me like eating a goat alive, they'd be like, yeah, I believe that. Because they want to believe bad things about me. So here's the point. I'm not on drugs and I'm being facetious. I'm not really like serious gonna tell the cops on drugs because I'm not. So here's the point. I'm not on drugs. If it helps you to cope with reality, it's a maladaptive coping mechanism to deal with reality of you being a drug addict who's addicted to prawn and sugar, and you can't control yourself, can't put the fork down. You're no rip with a six-pack. You're like an Andy Woods who looks like a sugar addict who's a lover of pleasure, lover of God. And you're projecting. You're that type of person. It's like, yeah, I see a junkie. I look at Andy Woods. I see a junkie. I see a guy who can't stop eating a high sugar diet for the sugar rush, understand? I see a guy who's slothful, who won't exercise. Okay? So, that he's like a mirror of the average American. Eating too much sugar, exercising too little, and loving pleasures too much. And the end result is being soft and out of shape. See? And looking weird. So, I'm gonna finish up. I'm not on drugs. And like I told you before, I'm not on drugs. And if you want to think I'm on drugs, you can lie to yourself all you want. What are you talking about? Listen to the video instead of asking stupid questions. You're getting blocked now. I gotta finish up. So if you're too weak to deal with reality and deal with your weaknesses and learn from me and do what I do, it's like, yeah, okay, you gotta project. It's like Mike is ripped with a six-pack, okay? He fasts 20+ hours per day. He's not a food addict like I am. He eats less than 10 grams of sugar per day, so he's not addicted to sugar like the average American. He's not on big pharma drugs, okay? I don't like that. He's like, I feel like a junkie. I can't fast 10 hours per day. I can't quit eating sugar. I can't stop watching porn. Mike, you're a junkie. You stop doing drugs. Okay, you're projecting. It's not my fault. So, I gotta finish up. You can whine and cry all you want. What do you think? To you, do the Bible Church, Andy Woods, and other Christian gangstalkers have become with covert narcissistic dog abuse section videos? Yeah, you reap what you've sown, understand? I don't care. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep working to expose you until you're exposed, understand? Until I've seen satisfying effect on my endeavors, understand? And you're going to reap what you've sown. You can put a switch. It's like, no, Mike. People say bad things about... No. You have been talking to me for years. Here's the point. I'm a Christian. Like a stray sheep projecting Tom Seagal, talk about ravenous wolves in sheep's clothing. Or you mean like a ram, a stray sheep, a Christian who's isolated, reaches out on YouTube, finds church online, I'm watching. I'm being persecuted by packs of wolves, as it were. Many people persecuting me, a lone Christian in Sweden. And I saw watch your videos. And you start targeting for the program in ways that are intended to cause harm for this persecution program. That's not very edifying, Tom Seagal, with your little passive-aggressive digs all these times in your videos for years, okay? And it got to the point where I started speaking out about it. Who's the problem? You are the problem. So, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep working to expose these people. And you can hide, but this Bible verse is against an elder. Yeah, this Bible verse against what you're doing, okay? So, do the Bible Church, Andy Woods, and Rafik Arnold. These are some names of people that have targeted me for the gangstalking program. How do they target me? How do people target me videos? It's called narcissist dog abuse tactics. Do the Bible Church not that? Little subtle digs in the videos, subtle put downs, innuendos, pushing my buttons and things like this for the program. I can tell they're doing it for the program. That's a big part of how you get targeted for your target video. People, if you subscribe to a YouTube channel, like you're a Christian, subscribe to a Christian church, don't be surprised if you target video. You can tell that the pastor starts targeting the videos. And they have ways to do that covertly. Where other people can't really tell so much, but it's called narcissist dog abuse tactics. You can Google narcissist dog abuse tactics. So, yeah, you don't like it. Tough stuff. Tough stuff. You start targeting me with passive. So here's the point. Tom Seagal, Rafik Arnold, and Andy Woods are ravenous wolves in sheep's clothing. I've seen it myself. I'm a Christian, which means I'm a sheep. Being persecuted by groups. Oh, you mean like wolves hunt a sheep in groups? Yeah, predatory gang stalking. Many people target me online and offline for years for this gang stalking persecution program. Being isolated. And when I subscribe to Rafik Arnold, the Bible Church, they start targeting me for this program. What's that? You're a ravenous wolf in sheep's clothing. This program is designed to destroy my life and cause damage to me, harm me, and break me down mentally and physically. And you start working for that to target with psychological warfare in your videos. So stop projecting Tom Seagal. about some people are ravenous wolves. Yeah, you are one. You're a ravenous wolf. And God knows that's the truth. You've been working to harm a Christian man for this gang-stalking program with passive-aggressive little digs in your videos. Okay? That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm not going to stop speaking the truth. So, and don't be surprised. It's like, oh, we don't like it. Yeah, tough stuff. Andy Woods, I subscribe to you. I never put his name in one of my videos before several times he started doing the gang-stalking thing of working in little passive-aggressive attacks in his videos on me. Okay? And then I start, not like a coward, effeminate. Do you know that the passive-aggressive aggression style is feminine, whereas men are overt, see? So I'm directing my aggression. It's like, okay, I've had enough of watching Andy Woods videos and his attack with passive aggressiveness. So Andy Woods is a sheer pastor sellout that one of these people targeted for the program. That's direct and overt aggression. That's like, some people here on the internet are pastors and look weird, target people, stuff like this. And he'd be like, oh, he's talking about me. But if you make a video, Mike said this, responded to it. Oh, I didn't say that about you. You're paranoid and crazy. Okay. See, it's so cowardly. So here's the point. I gotta keep speaking about you how much I want. And what I send to you now, I send to you all. Watch. I'm not gonna stop. So if you don't like it, you reap what you sow. It's like, oh, we do the Bible church in the woods. We don't like people saying bad things about us in videos. Yeah, after you've been being aggressive and attacking people in your videos only covertly and sadly. And one of the people who've been doing that to me starts fighting back. You don't like it, that's your fault. It is your problem. So it's like, oh, I reserve the right to just attack people and be like, hey, Mike, you're this with passive aggressiveness. But if Mike is mad, okay, I got a spot on my videos. Here's this, okay, these guys are evil, they do this. Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, you want to dish it up, but you can't take it. You want to be able to just abuse God's children for a persecution program. And you don't like it if I fight back, I understand. Openly, not like in the dark and veils. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up. I'm now nobody's prey. I'm nobody's plaything, understand? I'm in control, I'm in charge. Do you understand? I'm nobody's plaything, nobody's prey. And just because they have crazy people or delusional, that they can put them up to sometimes be in the room and do some passive aggressiveness, doesn't mean that I'm their plaything or toy. Because I know that I'm in the room and I know that I'm in control of what happens to them, understand? And they're not. And I don't feel like they're dominating me in any way, understand? Okay? So just because they can talk kamikaze pilots into flying a zero plane into here, that doesn't mean that, and it's safe, it's like you won't die or something, there's no risk involved, just fly the plane into something, you open a portal, you be in heaven. It's like, it doesn't mean that, do you understand? It's like just because they can brainwash cult members into taking orders to do crazy things to other people while feeling comfortable and safe in doing so, just waiting for a cognitive dissonance crisis to hit them. Doesn't mean that I'm weak because there's crazy people that can be brainwashed into doing crazy stuff around me. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up. Do the Bible Church, Andy Woods, and Raffink on are ravenous wolves in sheep's clothing. And I might maybe I should make a more quality video where I'm doing more Bible verses and do it more scripture based, more clearly scripture based. My reproof and rebuke. Here's the thing. But Lord will that they will command fire down from heaven and consume them as Elias did. But in return rebuked them and said, you know now mad or speed for the son may not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And they went to another village. So what is this gangstalking program that you have taught me for? It's a program designed to destroy a man's life. It's designed to break somebody down, cause damage, harm them, mentally and physically, and taught them until they die from the targeting. And the targeting causes permanent damage. It's very, very real, serious physical and psychological damage to the target. And that's what we're working for. And who am I? A Christian, a child of God. Okay. So that makes you what? Persecutors of the church. And a ravenous wolf in sheep's clothing, not sparing the flock. I'm a member of the Universal Church. I don't have to be a part of the Bible Church. If Andy Woods or the Bible Church start work for a persecution point to target me, you're a persecutor of a child of God. You're involved in that. It's not like I have to join your church and then you start doing. If you're a pastor and you got a public ministry making sermons for the universal church on YouTube, on top of your local church, and any Christian, if it's from Zimbabwe or Lithuania or Sweden, so watch you, and you start targeting for a program that's already targeted, a persecution program. What are you? You're a persecutor of the church. You join a persecution program targeting a Christian, a child of God. You're a ravenous wolf. If you're a pastor and you start attacking, stop projecting, Tom Segal. You are a ravenous wolf. You're a predatory abuser. Okay? Oh, but a smear campaign touched me, told Mike, you're a cannibal, you want to eat. It's like, due process. I never got proven guilty of anything. I'm not convicted of rape, pedophilia, murder, bank robbery, anything. I've been convicted of petty stuff like petty theft in my 20s and carrying a weapon concealed in public, okay? So you don't have a right to target me based off a smear campaign has touched and be like, the guy is really bad. And for the greater good, we're doing this. Okay. And if you're like, yeah, I think that you can destroy and poison, attack somebody without due process, you're an anti-American scumbag. Why don't you leave America and join the Taliban or something like this and Sharia law? If you don't believe in due process, be like, yeah, I believe the government can destroy a person's life and poison them, harass them, and do all these things, limit their freedom, without ever proving their guilt, no vigorous defense, trial by the peers, no due process, just start destroying a person's life based off of a smear campaign saying they're a bad person. Now you're an anti-American scumbag, understand? So you don't have anything that holds water. I have the boldness that comes from knowing that I'm right, understand? From a Lord and Lamb perspective and the Word of God, which is the ultimate, understand? And what do you have? Nothing. Which is why you got to do what you're doing in secret, and it's got to be denied. And people are talking about what you're involved in. They have to call the guys on drugs. People have to be paid to go say the guy's nuts and on drugs, okay, to cover up what you're doing. Because what you're doing is so wicked, it can't stand the light of day, okay? So, I'm a Christian being targeted, persecuted, and I'm a man. It's like my male ego might not like talking about being the victim of stuff and being a lone stray sheep being abused or something like this, okay? But it's like it's the truth, okay? Okay? So it's like if the truth is I'm being targeted with covert narcissistic psychopathic abuse for a persecution program, like the founding fathers, I'm grieved by it, and I'm gonna be speaking out about it. Okay? So here's the point. I'm nobody's plaything, I'm nobody's prey, understand? And I might be a sheep, but I'm a male sheep and I'm a ram. Okay? I'm a ram. And I got horns. Okay? The ram's got horns. So I say I'm a ram. A male sheep, a ram has horns. And there's a guy called Angry Ram, okay? Angry Ram. I liked one when he returned and was even angrier, okay? When he was eating raw chili to deal with his parasite infection or whatever he was doing. Well, here's the point. And yeah, angry ram. Okay, that's my spirit animal. The angry ram, Rambro. Okay, and he's dead now. Understand? Miss him. Ram's dead. Miss him. So yeah, what is the point? Yeah. So basically, here's the point. In sheep combat, angry ram will be real. And here's my analysis on his training camp. We do public work at angry ram. And he'd be like staging ambushes for like dirt bike riders and wait for somebody to come back by the trail. He'd like charge headlong, like headbutt into it and stuff. So what is the point? And then they hang like a punch bag in the woods. He was doing a training, and he'd be practicing his. And this is simple. Ram fighting is pretty simple. A rule set. It's pretty straightforward and back and forward again. It's like backing up, and then they run headlong, and then the last is like they jump into like this, and then they back up again, and then he sprints and then jumps in. Okay, and it happened a few times after the punching bag. He hits the punching bag with his headbutt attack, which is his main attack and his old attack, understand? And it comes around and hits him in the ass, and then they make him real mad. Okay, and he starts headbutting. He got like a special move where it comes around and hits him in the ass. It goes. Now he starts like thrusting to the side like this. And I just look at it, I feel like he got mad. And here's my anthropomorphization, where it's like, yeah, it's like, because he's cheating. Because in ram fight, the rules are it's like, you attack straight, understand? And then you back up and we go at each other again. And then the other guy, he hit him in the ass, okay? And that made him mad because it feels like he's cheating. So that's basically, it's like, I'm fighting directly. It's like, Tom Segall is a scumbag, he's been this to me. But Tom Segall be like, yeah, some people out here, they think they got impressive neck muscles like a reptile lizard, and they think that that's impressive. You're not impressing anybody, but so yeah. And the beauty is, if I would put in the time, I could convince people what they've been doing with the passive aggressiveness. Like short time events, it's like the narcissists always overextend themselves. Where it's like go too far. Where it's like referencing things I've done and said in videos and put a little put down spin on it so many times that it could be shown, understand? And hard to say, guys, purely crazy, he thinks, okay. So what it's like, you're leaving off of me now putting the work to expose you with more proof, understand? Because it's to a point where it's provable with work. So I'm gonna finish up. I got food. So yeah, if you're what do I'm talking about? I'm a target of gang stalking. I'm a Christian being persecuted, and there's several Christian ministers involved in this, and they have no right to do what they're doing. And if a Christian pastor, so I'm a Christian being persecuted, and if a Christian pastor targets me for the persecution program, they're a ravenous wolf in sheep's clothing. See, they're a persecutor of the church. So I wouldn't be surprised if I hear that Tom Segall got cancer or something like this. It's like God doesn't play games with persecutors. If you're a Christian and a pastor at that, and your duty and job from God is to take care of the church and edify it, and you start working to destroy it and tear it down and attack a member of the body of Christ, and work with the satanic filth that persecuted them to attack them, don't think you're going to get away with that. So, oh, but God did a switcher. Mike gets mad about being taught by Christian pastors, taught him for persecution for his work to destroy his life. And he starts fighting back with his videos. You're the problem, and we pay more people to make more videos to attack you online. And that's you reap what you sow. No, okay. You reap what you've sown by me starting to deal with you, what you've been doing to me. So I'm going to finish up. Here's the food, by the way. I'm blocking disgusting freaks in the chat. Pastors and cowards. A lot of people are shopping my chat, harassing me, hating gangstalkers. These people are recruited to harass my line. Yeah, let's go back on the video.